Hello again, Michael. It's Scott Nielsen here, and this is my video code review for INET 2005 lab number 5. I have already submitted the lab, but I realized I haven't done the video code review, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, so just starting off with lab number 5, the README for part A. In your local database, create a least privileged user account. I used MySQL Workbench to do that. There's my least privileged, and you can see that I have set the administrative roles accordingly to the lab. And I'm going to show you now how I'm connecting to the database using this account. So you can see I've inserted the details for my user there, Scott Nielsen, with the password, and opening and closing the connection. So that is part A. Michael, this is step 2 of lab 5. I'm showing you my page called register. It's publicly accessible, and I'm going to show you what happens when I try to create an account that's already in existence. It gives me this name. So now I'm going to show you creating a new account. We'll just call this Mike C, and we'll give it a weak password. So I'm going to give it hello lowercase h 123, hello lowercase h 123, and when you hit submit, it gives me a load of grief about that. So now we'll try something a little stronger. We'll try Apple, capital A, at 123, Apple, capital A, at 123, and you'll see that it lets me in and it creates the user. So now I can log in. Oops, excuse me. Log in as Mike C, and his password is Apple at 123. Let's see if that gets us in. Oh, there we are. Okay, so now we're into the database with a strong password, and I just wanted to show you the code for that. So this is my HTML basically for that register page we were looking at early, and if you go into my file process register, that shows you that I've got all the code for strong passwords and all of the rules that we're enforcing for the password there. Okay, so back to, oh yes, I wanted to show you my bcrypt as well, which is down here on line 48. Okay, I'm just going to pause this. Okay, so here is step number 3, showing you my prepared statements that will receive parameters, as well as a call to the database that's done as a stored proc. So you can see through a lot of my process CRUD files, I've got the prepared statements here, and then they appear here as well in terms of the employee creation, all through the other stages of the CRUD, as well as on process register down in this part. And here is the stored procedure as well. And with regard to that stored procedure, I wanted to show you my constant here on line 4, and also calling it down here on line 49. Hello again, Michael. Just going through the final part, part B of Lab 5. As you can see, I've migrated the database to Heroku into the production environment, and I wanted to show you step 2, which are my environment variables to run both runtime apps. So you can see here I've this code here under database connection. It uses the ternary operator to fall back to my default setting of my database on my computer, the local host, using Docker. But if these are available, then it instead takes me off to Heroku. And I wanted to show you also just the site living on GitHub. So here you can see I've got it all linked up from my Heroku account to GitHub, and there's all of my application there stored on GitHub as well. And then finally, I just wanted to end this video review by showing you some of the functionality on Heroku. So if you just bear with me for a moment, I'm going to create a new employee. I'll just call this guy Jack Jones. Oops. Oh, God. Jack. Not my day. Jones. Might help if I learn how to type. Make him born a long time ago. Long time ago. And then we'll have a higher date of, also make that a few years ago. That should do. Okay, so we've created Jack Jones, we've got him hired, then we're submitting him. I will log in, and I will search for Jack Jones. Let's see if he comes up. There he is. Let's see if we can edit him in the production environment. So we'll change him from a male to a female, which is kind of an easy change to make. That worked. And now Jack Jones, God bless him, should turn up as a female. Let's have a look. Jack Jones. Submit. Yep, he's changed his gender, and now we're going to delete him. Yes, I do. Okay, so you can see it's all working quite well there in Heroku, and with that I'm going to sign off for the video code review for lab number 5.